Where are you going, my soul? To the stars, to the stars, to the stars, stars.
This is numerous.
What is your number? Double, 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 always double.
It's a messages.
I was born with a calculator for a heart, every pulse a transaction, a subtraction, a fractional dissatisfaction, chasing a ghost in a machine, a decimal point dream, stitching together a fortune but tearing apart at the seam. My ambition's an algorithm, it never sleeps, it just iterates, recalculates the deficit, then calmly relitigates every choice I ever made on the path to this glass tower, every sacrifice second for another phantom hour. I came up on a hunger for a life I'd only seen through a screen, a pixelated paradise, a pornographic green lit scene of excess, a protest to the tension of a childhood spent in a different financial dimension. They ask me what's the number, like it's some kind of holy grail, the master key to cancel out the quiet constant wail of inadequacy, the engine of the whole damn chase, a finish line they keep moving all over the place, from 100 to 1,000, 1,000 to a mil. The appetite's a monster that you can't ever fill. You climb the ladder just to find the ladder that keeps on growing. The only thing you're sure of is the wind that keeps on blowing. You further from the shore, from the kid you were before, the one who only wanted what was on the other side of the door. Now the door is gone, there's only open space, a vacuum I can't stand, with the number-shaped hole burned right into the palm of my hand. It was never about the commas, it was always about the cage. Just trying to buy my freedom, turning another empty page. So what's my number? It's a phantom, it's a fraud, it's a lie. It's the echo of more when you ask your own reflection, why?
Porcelain composure, a polished pantomime. I'm running diagnostics on the currency of time. A textbook execution of a smile that isn't mine. A low-res JPEG copy of a life that's so sublime. I catalog their artifacts, the heirlooms, their resorts, and stitch a borrowed narrative from their annual reports. My accent's an acquisition, my posture's an imposter. I'm a self-appointed scholar on a borrowed money roster. Harmony swells, then glitches and distorts. We're just ghosts in their garden, we're weeds in their lawn. We're chasing a sun that was already gone. We're building a life on a beautiful lie, with a borrowed reflection in a dead man's eye. I memorize the family crest, the passive income psalms, and hide the frantic frequency inside my sweaty palms. Their lineage is listed, stock their histories and asset. Mine's a half-told eulogy, I haven't written past it. My winner's brand bravado is my only coat of arms, my shield against the gravity of their financial charms. A cheap translation of their blue blood pedigree. This whole damn performance is my only currency. I'm a guest star in their memories, a footnote in their book, just trying to reverse engineer the way their future looks. We're just ghosts in their garden, weeds in their lawn, chasing a sun that was already gone. Building a life on a beautiful lie, with a borrowed reflection in a dead man's eye. Never made the dinner, too much work on his plate. She stretched the dollar till it snapped under the weight. I'd sit on the landing, a silent little red praying for a bigger number to come and set us free. Was I wrong? Was I wrong?
Years old in a suburban haze, running Mac Deans through a dial-up maze. UPS man knocking, he knows my first name. Another rearview unit playing a press game. Got a backstage pass to the digital zoo. Front row seats to see the shiny and the new. The world was a system and I knew the master code. Watching an empire from my humble abode. Yeah, I'm a legend in my own zip code. My father's way, a teenage tycoon with something to say. Got the email back from the big machine. Said no interview, but you can see the Soho scene. Walked up to the storefront, a nervous little nod, and then a black turtleneck steps out and it's God. Shaking hands with the ghost from a magazine page, standing in the spotlight on a global stage. Yeah, I'm a legend in my own zip code. Speed download. Yeah, you can see it in my eyes. Living on rumors and industry lies, and it feels so good. Yeah, it feels so right. He asked about the iMac, I talked about the glass. Told him his design choices had a different kind of class. He humored the questions from a kid playing grown. In that moment I felt the future that was all my own. Yeah, all my own. Yeah, I'm a legend in my own zip code. Alright, got the whole world on a light speed download. Yeah, you can see it in my eyes. Living on rumors and industry lies, and it feels so good. Yeah, it feels so right.
In Toronto with 2 boxes and a plan. Gonna be the next great, the intrepid newsman. Professors quoting Woodward, talking about the golden age, while I'm scrolling through a blog post on a different kind of page. You're teaching print formatting, they're preaching from the past, like us developing a photograph, the future's coming fast. They're sharpening their pencils for a world's already dead. I got a head full of the internet and a stomach full of dread. This is the sound of a time machine, a lecture hall painted in institutional green. I am a film student in a digital scene, and the dream is obsolete. They Talk of Life magazine of mastheads in a mine. I see a terminal that's bathed in fluorescent light. This whole damn industry is holding on by thread, and every single text that we're assigned has not been read by anyone who matters, by anyone who's real. They're teaching us a language that nobody's gonna feel. Training for a battle that was over years ago. The only thing they're building here's a terminal, I told you so. This is the sound of a dying machine. A lecture hall painted in institutional green. I am a film student in a digital scene, and the dream is obsolete. Hisses a serpent song. Wipe the counter where the lost belong. The day unfolds in shades of steam and steel. A meditation on a life that isn't real. Each latte's heart, a fleeting fragile art. A ritual performed to play a part. This repetition is a prayer I didn't choose. A penance paid for dreaming I could lose. But then a glimpse arrives, a crack in the sky where the future thrives. A signal through the drone, a flicker on the screen. A vision of the ghost inside the new machine. Two gods arrive on a different colored sound, speaking dialects on holy digital ground. Their keyboards chatter a code I can't decode, planting server farms along a brand new road. They order flat whites, talk of IPOs and seed, and water all the gardens of my secret dormant greed. Their world is scalable, a network and a name, while I'm just polishing the chrome around a dying flame. And oh, the glimpse arrives, a crack in the sky where the future thrives. A signal through the drone, a flicker on the screen. A vision of the ghost inside the new machine. I see the path, it's paved with light, not with stone. Their language is a logic, mine is only bone. I want to live inside their signal, not just hear the drone. I need a life, my own, my own. And oh, the glimpse arrives, a fire in the sky where my own future thrives. The signal through the drone is the only truth I've seen. I'll be the ghost that builds the new machine. whales, big fins. He said, build us a template, a skin for the machine. So we built them 5 facades, a digital pristine dream. Just a week of late nights, fueled on coffee and on doubt. And we flipped the switch to live and let the ghosts all out. And the money just arrives now, a river made of gold, from a digital gold mine on a forgotten road. I'm making profits in my pajamas, a king without a throne. Yeah, the money just arrives now while I'm sitting here. No meetings and no handshakes, no frantic conference calls, just a sales notification bouncing off my bedroom wall. Tesla uses our theme now, the Lakers and the rest. A little piece of software that is passing every test. It replicates 1,000,000 times a fractal made of gold, a single story that gets automatically retold. This is the cheat code, the life hack, the passive income home. For every bit of work I did, 1,000-fold will come. And the money just arrives now, a river made of gold, from a digital gold mine on a forgotten road. I'm making profits in my pajamas, a king without a throne. Yeah, the money just arrives now while I'm sitting here alone. This isn't work, this is magic. I built a ghost that pays my rent, a beautiful benevolent ghost. Is this what it feels like to have a mind? Profits in my pajamas, a river made of gold.
Yeah, the string quartet is silenced by the sirens. The ivory tower shuddering from financial violence. Woke up from a daydream of dividends and trust. Now I'm back inside the nightmare where the metal turns to rust.
The profit margin's bleeding, a slow and steady drain. Got a flowchart for a future that's circling the drain.
They told me only paranoid survive, a motto I once held. But paranoia doesn't pay the bills when you're host from the passive income profit to a desperate street chemist. This ain't a market correction, this is psychological blemish. Yeah, I'm photoshopping futures, I'm financing the fear. This is the ugly, boring truth of how we end up here. I'm checking bank statements like a man possessed, a frantic kind of prayer, looking for a single comma that is simply no longer there. My safety net was made of numbers, a theory I believe. Now the only math that matters is the lies that I've conceived. To keep the lights on for another 24-hour run, to face the new day's damage when the damage is never done. I traded all my leverage for a single losing hand, a lowering Sisyphus in a godforsaken land. From passive income profit to a desperate street chemist. This ain't a market correction, this is psychological blemish. Yeah, I'm photoshopping futures, I'm financing a fear. This is the ugly, boring truth of how we end up here.
My cards told me don't sell now. Hold the line, that advice. But he ain't the one staring at the bottom of the page. He ain't the one locked inside this gilded empty cage.
Hair follicles, potatoes, the architecture of the broke.
Yeah. 7. 8 card. They selling this. He spoke in mantras of the market, a zen-like discipline. Showed me the path, the prophet cleansed me of my financial sin. His smile was a tidy garden, his advice a polished stone. He was a master architect designing a new throne. I was a student to his teachings, a convert to his calm. Holding every word he spoke like a sacred holy balm. A perfect porcelain mentor, but there's a hairline crack I feel. A whisper in the silence, a dread that feels too real.
Shadows of a doubt. He knows the secret truth that I cannot live without. He's my God and keep the wolves at bay. Oh, will he show the wolves the way? This the way. Ooh, what's the way? This the way.
That smells a mask for a sickness that comes a cold-blooded god. I'll check the gobblers, hotel bills, check the income report file. Yeah, pay the Enter's graft. I got some inscription. He was writing up my eulogy and selling the subscription. He's a shark in a cashmere sweater, a viper in a suit. He was planting poison ivy at my garden's very root. Yeah, he thought I was the grandma, a problem to remove, but he forgot this is my house and I make the final move.
He's a ghost, a hungry demon, a calculating, smiling feng shui. Yeah, he's a ghost, he's in the water. He thought I was a lamb being led to the slaughter. He's a ghost, a hungry demon, a calculating, smiling feng shui. Yeah, he's a ghost, he's in the water. He thought I was a lamb being led to the slaughter. This is war, get the lighters, lock the door. This is war, settle the God bless this war. This is war, get the lighters, lock the door. This is war, settle the God bless this score.
Yeah, I was searching for a cheat code, a complex system hack, trapped inside a labyrinth with no way of turning back. My prophets wore sharp suits and spoke in future tense commands, but they built my whole foundation on a shifting bed of sand. The crash was not a whisper, it was clarifying sound, a screech of burning metal as my theories hit the ground. I woke up in the wreckage with a silence in my soul. Found a dusty paperback that claimed to make me whole. Heard a voice from the plain, simple and slow. Said the harvest only comes if you give the seeds time to grow. It ain't about the speed, son. It ain't about the hustle's art. It's about the patient rhythm of a calm and steady heart. He's buying up the railroads, the candy shops, the pop, while I was chasing phantom trends I thought would never stop. He's building out a castle with a moat mile wide. I was just decorating prisons that I built for me inside. He says the best move is no move, just sit and watch the game, while I was burning all my energy, just screaming out my name. It's a different kind of currency, a different kind of wealth. It's the quiet satisfaction of just knowing your own stuff. Away from the plains, simple and slow. Said the harvest only comes if you give the seeds time to grow. It ain't about the speed, son. It ain't about the hustle's art. It's about the patient rhythm of a calm and steady heart. So I'm selling all my paranoia, trading my anxiety for grace, learning that the only kingdom worth the building is the quiet of your own time and your own space. Yeah, finding my own pace.
Had a calm in his old eyes, a look that said my treasure isn't tied to market size. He spoke of physics, of airflow, of a pressure he could prove, while I was calculating multiples, planning my next move. He lived inside the beauty of a simple, perfect thing, lived inside a spreadsheet and the chaos it could bring. He named a number that felt more like myth than it did math, a casual apocalypse upon a well-worn garden path.
The contract ink was blacker than the coffee that it bought. A transaction for a feeling that I'd only ever saw. I'm standing in my kitchen now in the quiet of the dawn, holding $70 million and a feeling that is gone.
I bought it for the simple truth that it was said to hold a perfect cup of clarity for a story getting old.
And the contract ink was blacker than the coffee that it bought. A transaction for a feeling that I'd only ever sought. I'm standing in my kitchen now in the quiet of the dawn, holding $70 million and a feeling that is gone.
is so heavy you can barely even speak. You can have everything, and it's not enough. Is it just a different kind of not enough?
Hey, Brent, speaking from the echo chamber. Remember the steakhouse, it's a sermon on my anger. You laid out all the numbers from a ledger I ignored. I was holding all the treasure while you fought a losing war. I told myself I took the risk, I carried all the weight. A self-deceiving gospel to justify my plate. Being full, you weren't wrong, you saw the game for what it was, a flaw. Just an early stage disciple of a broken cosmic law. Maybe I'm an asshole, maybe that's the final truth. Just a frightened, hungry kid, still wasting all his youth in this cathedral of my ego. The stained glass starts to break for every perfect garden I built upon your back. And for goodness sake, you built a perfect engine, made the whole damn business sing. And when the grey-haired suits arrived with a scalpel and a smile, I just looked the other way and I let you bleed a while. Said that's just business, a coward's final plea. The cost of my own comfort was your stolen legacy. I stood by like a statue, a monument to fear. Pretended I just couldn't see the writing that was clear as a bell. Maybe I'm an asshole, maybe that's the final truth. Just a frightened, hungry kid, still wasting all his youth in this cathedral of my ego. The stained glass starts to break for every perfect garden I built upon your back. And for goodness sake, and to Luke, and to Ali, to all the ghosts I know who planted all the seeds but never got to see them grow. I got lost inside the numbers, the exit and the yard, and forgot the simple rhythm of a human beating heart.
I met a prophet in a coffee shop, a former circus clown. He built a paper kingdom, then he burned the whole thing down. He said I traded all my stock reports for a single simple plan. Became a refugee from the promised land of the money-making man. He told me about the boat burners, the point of no return. A lesson in addition that you first have to unlearn. He said, hell yeah, or it's a no. A fire in your gut is the only way to know. This ain't a dress rehearsal, it's the only show you get. So burn the boats behind you and live without regret. In the trust for a song he hadn't sung, gave away the fortune that around his neck had hung. Said, I feel like I got sober in a room of desperate fiends who are all still chasing highs inside their broken, toxic dreams. He said the yardstick isn't useful once you're past the finish line. Now the only race worth running is the one that's truly mine. He said, hell yeah, or it's a no. A fire in your gut is the only way to know. This ain't a dress rehearsal, it's the only show you get. So burn the bus behind you and live without regret. You won your goal. Why run another heat? Just get yourself some new shoes and walk down a different street. It's hell yeah, or it's a no. The fire in my gut is the only way I'll know. I'm burning every single boat I ever built. I'm washing off the H and I end up in all the
The market's crashing on a screen across the hall. A silent digital inferno, watching zeros climb the wall and then fall. I should feel a phantom limb of pain where the money used to be. But all I feel is the weight of this cheap ceramic cup of tea. My legacy is vapor now, a ghost inside a wire. Just the dying, glitching embers of an old and foolish fire. And the punchline of the story, the truth I couldn't see, is that the cage I built was freedom and the prisoner was me. And my sons are in the kitchen, making kingdoms out of chairs. Their laughter's the only currency that settles my affairs. This whole time I was climbing just to reach a higher plane. But heaven's just a quiet house, listening to the rain. And it's almost enough. It's almost enough. It is.